Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Beth, here to help you fulfill your potential in meditation. As most of you know, I don't have just one method that I teach to everybody, like one size fits all. Instead, I much prefer to teach people one-on-one. And the reason is that you're all different. So please use these videos as a guideline, and if there's anything that isn't quite working for you or anything that doesn't quite fit, then be in touch and I'll be more than happy to discuss those things with you one-on-one. Today's video is about the fourth link of dependent origination, which is nama-rupa, paccaya, salayatana. So what does that mean? Well, nama-rupa is materiality mentality, paccaya is the cause and condition, for salayatana, the six sense bases, that which makes this body and mind sensitive to experience. Now, as we've said in previous videos, there are many ways in which we can understand this particular link of dependent origination, depending on which aspects of materiality and mentality we choose to emphasize, and also which aspects of the six sense bases we choose to emphasize. And I've described some of those different ways in which we can understand this in previous videos. Today I'm going to give the fifth and final example of how we can understand this particular link of dependent origination, and this example that I'm going to give today is a combination of some of the examples that we've had before. So today, on the side of materiality and mentality, we are going to have the mental factors in any given mind moment and the physical base. And on the side of salayatana, we're going to have manayatana, or mind base, which is essentially consciousness. Now, you might remember from previous videos that in any given mind moment, there are a group of mental factors and there is also consciousness. And these are related by a type of cause that we call sahajata, or arising together, which means that the mental factors and the consciousness always co-arise. So when you get one, you get the other. And so in this case, we've got the mental factors on the side of the cause, and because it always arises together with the consciousness, those mental factors are the cause for the consciousness to arise by way of sahajata, born together. You might also remember that the physical bases, like the eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, and so on, are the supporting cause for the consciousness to arise. So the eye base supports eye consciousness, the ear base supports ear consciousness, and so on. And so we've got the mental factors and the base as the support for the consciousness. So how are we going to discern this in practice? Well, let's take the eye as an example. We can start by discerning the kalapas in the eye until we can find the materiality in the eye that is sensitive to light. When we found that materiality in the eye that's sensitive to light, we found the eye base, or the eye sensitive materiality. We can then pay attention to some light with the eye and a mental process will arise. And in that mental process we will find eye consciousness, and we can see that that eye base is supporting eye consciousness to arise. But that eye consciousness doesn't arise alone, it arises together with those other mental factors. And so we have the base and the mental factors as the condition for the eye consciousness to arise. We can then repeat that same process with the ear, the nose, the tongue, the body, and the mind base. And so we have the mental factors and the base as the supporting cause for consciousness to arise. This is the fifth and final example I'm going to give of nama-rupa, paccaya, salayatana. And what I would suggest is that now is the time to get off of those screens, get onto the cushions and actually give it a go, along with all of the other examples we've given of how we can discern this particular link of dependent origination. If there's anything that's unclear to you or anything that you're not sure about, then be in touch and I'll be more than happy to discuss those things with you one-on-one. It's a very technical part of the practice, but it's also a very interesting part of the practice, so let's not waste time. As most of you know, I do all of my work on a donation basis, so I encourage you to support me either through Patreon or through my website so that I can continue to make these videos. Thank you so much for your support. Wishing you the best with your meditation.